You know, if you do anything this weekend, anything at all, you've got to educate yourself. And I think the way to do it, get the brand new book, Don't Lie to Me, and stop trying to steal our freedoms from best-selling author and Fox News host Judge Janine Pirro. She's on the phone with me this morning. Now, first things first, Judge Pirro, I can't believe I'm going to admit this to you, but I've kind of had a little bit of a crush on you for a while. So if you hear me gushing, I apologize in advance.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got to tell you, I've been on the road a long time. I wish you could see me today. You wouldn't have a crush on me, but thank you.
So, first of all, I read some of the book last night and the night before I was diving into it, and I got to tell you, the way you write is just so perfect. It's a conversational style, and you really hit everybody's nerve in what I think is in the most intelligent way, because you're speaking from the truth. You don't sugarcoat anything. And quite frankly, it's a little crazy out there. With election right around the corner, you're seeing the polls. The poll numbers are exactly, I think, what you've been talking about in this book. There's no way these poll numbers are accurate. It's just another way that the media and the left are keeping their thumb to the entire situation here, trying to control us.
Yes. Well, there's no question that the media is in cahoots with the left. I mean, it's a compliant media. The fact that all of this information about Hunter Biden is not even being discussed.
Right.
And big tech is now, Big Brother, literally blacking out any information or communications between two people. But, more than that, I mean, it's like this movement, this so-called progressive movement toward the left, is nothing more than an indication that, they're trying to, number one, limit our freedom of speech.
Right.
We've got to be politically correct, or they're not going to allow us to speak or keep our jobs. During the pandemic, the one place that's been consistently discriminated against is religious institutions.
Mm-hmm.
And with the guns, I mean, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris say that, look, the Constitution doesn't prevent them from confiscating our guns. And, every day it seems like our freedoms are being more and more infringed upon. And we've got to make sure that we secure these freedoms forever because, as Ronald Reagan said, we're never more than just one generation from the extinction of freedom. And I'm seeing it. We're all seeing it. We're all set up with the left and burning and looting and the lack of law and order. It's just intolerable. We want to go to work. We want to raise our families, make money, and live in peace. And this hissy fit that they're having, and now they're saying that on Tuesday night there's going to be violence. People are boarding up their stores,
of course,
in cities. This is lunacy.
How does violence, it's funny, I keep hearing that they're the tolerant left, they're the tolerant left, the peace and love, peace and love and all this. Well, what the hell? Why is rioting, how is that going to solve the differences or solve the issues that they're trying to bring up? I mean, to steal a television from a black store owner, how is that helping? In the case of some of these riots with George Floyd, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's common sense that there seems to be a lack of.
Well, clearly, and what they're doing is they burn and loot and create this chaos and anarchy. They're saying that this is Donald Trump's America, as though the American people are too stupid to realize that it's Donald Trump who's the law and order person. It's Donald Trump who's trying to put an end to it. But some governors won't let him come into their states because he's got to be asked by, to bring in the National Guard. But I think that the make with African American businesses is that, they are very, very aware of the fact that, African Americans, they're losing business because of these anarchists. Their businesses are being destroyed, looted, and burnt down and torn down. And, I mean, they're suffering from this. And I think they're tired of the victim label. Under Donald Trump, there were more than 100 people to fill them. African Americans, Asians, Hispanics, and women. So what are they talking about? They are lying to us. That's why I wrote the book. You want a soaring economy? You want to get back to where we were? Then it's really time to get back on track and start respecting the Constitution and law and order.
And it's exactly all about what I'm seeing too is the hypocrisy over here. The hypocrisy is rampant. Joe Biden involved with Hunter Biden and the Russian. You want to talk about Russia? It's all right there. It's all in the laptop from hell. You don't hear a peep from that. You don't hear a peep at all, which is, to me, ludicrous. Here's a man that, people want to potentially vote for as the leader of our country, and he's in cahoots with Russia, which, as I keep hearing, is bad to work with Russia. We've heard this for 4 years now. So here we've got, right? I mean, they're bad, right? Russia's bad. I understand this. We've been told this. So now you've got information that's pretty damn solid that points to your guy, but it's because it's your guy, we don't want to hear it, right?
Well, it's a compliant mainstream media that is part of the big tech, big brother approach. We're going to take it down. We're not going to let you read it, listen to it, or talk about it. And that should frighten Americans more than anything else. The concept that big tech is deciding what you can and cannot communicate with another person. That, my friend, is very frightening. And it should be enough for all Americans to understand what's at stake here. If they can't fathom or allow the truth to be told, and they can't handle it, then it's time for America to say, you know what, we don't need you anymore. We don't need your nonsense. We don't need you to be in a situation where you're going to actually decide what people can and cannot say. That's not how it works in America. And fortunately, I think that American people are seeing this, even though they're trying to prevent Americans from seeing what's going on with Hunter Biden. I think the American people are seeing that they don't want their rights eliminated. They want to be able to live their dream and to live in peace and prosperity. And that's what Donald Trump brings, and the left is just intolerant of anything like that.
Judge Janine Pirro is with me this morning. Get the book. If you do anything, definitely get the book before you vote, and hopefully you're going to really get a lot of insight and some more education. The new book is called Lie to Me and Stop Trying to Steal Our Freedoms, from Janine Pirro here on the show this morning. Now, I got a quick question for you. When did this really take off? When did the left seem to have all of this power? When did they get into this power? And what I mean by that, Judge, is there used to be a time. There used to be a time where it was okay if somebody had a difference of opinion. Okay, it was okay. You didn't have to like it, but it was okay. Okay, well, I don't agree with him, but at least I'll respect him enough to listen. I think with social media, you've got a situation here where if somebody posts something negative or positive about a candidate, and you make a post or a reply to that, and it doesn't happen to be what they believe, you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're a xenophobe. And the whole thing is, how am I going to learn somebody else's opinions or change my mind if nobody speaks to me? And I think that's one of the biggest problems with the election this year is there's nobody really speaking to us from the other side, right? So you have to look at what has been done. And when you look at Trump, there's a lot of good that's been done here, folks.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of good that's been done, in terms of jobs, the economy, and getting rid of the ISIS caliphate, which, Obama couldn't figure out whether he wanted to contain them, dismantle them, or destroy them. That took a couple of years, none of which he did in any event. But when did it really happen? Well, the hissy fit started on the day that Donald Trump was elected.
Right.
I mean, they were like, this guy can't win, this guy can't win. So the FBI started working on making sure that he didn't win and having that insurance policy in case he did win. In the end, I think that they really got scared when the popularity of Donald Trump was apparent and when the economy was soaring. And now we've just seen a GDP in the third quarter just as you said.
Yep.
That is historic, and we've never seen anything like that in American history. So the man is delivering for the American people, and, I don't know why. He's not someone who wanted to be president his whole life.
Right.
He's a billionaire. He had a great life, and in the end, he delivered for us. And I think that their hissy fit and their continuing to despise him has done nothing but create an even more determined Donald Trump to make sure that, he wins again. So crazy, crazy stuff that's going on, I must tell you. And that's why people need to get out to vote on Tuesday. don't sit back on this one, because socialism is right around the corner.
Thank you so much, Judge Janine Pirro, on the show this morning. The book, again, it's out right now, and you can get it at Amazon and other bookstores as well. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much.